often on Doctor Who, the first thing I would get would be more along the lines of rough storylines, or I might have one script of the block. Usually TV's filmed in blocks of 2 or 3 in time. So sometimes I might have one script, and then the other ones would come a little bit later, and on those ones I'd have more sort of storylines, and they would still be forming. And in a way that can be quite interesting or fun, because as I'm scouting locations for one story, I might find something really interesting that has nothing to do with that story. But Chris was so kind of collaborative and sort of open to input that sometimes, you know, he'd go, "Oh, what's that photo of what have you found there?" And then work it into the more embryonic so that was still forming. And I suppose early on, sort of what I'm looking for and trying to get a sense of is genre. I mean, more than almost any show that's ever existed, Doctor Who is able to play with genre, and each episode you're doing feels like a little mini movie. I mean, often the TARDIS is kind of the only standing set that sort of is consistent through the series, and each of these little movies has their own, you know, cast, their own microtone, their own genre. So I'm sort of looking for kind of what that is, and trying to sort of think of, you know, what motifs there might be, what I can do that will give that episode its own identity. And I can start doing that from an outline.